welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are switching things up a little bit. Last episode we finished off all of the rest of Oasis Springs. We are taking a quick break in between Oasis Springs and Newcrest to do some of the, I guess mascots from The Sims 4, but these are mainly ones that, don't have a full body outfit, like Patchy or I might do the Grim Reaper in a separate video, but for the most part you don't see his face. Or like Yamachan or whatever. So we are doing, I think there's 5 of them in this video. There's Mother Nature and Spruce Almighty, who in my game I have made them dryads. So we're starting off with Mother Nature first, and they're also married in my game. We do Robin Banks, we do oh my god, the Plumbird lady who came from Adventure Awaits. I know that she usually has like an outfit that she wears, but I think you can get, like, if she moves in or something, at some point you can get it to where like you can see her actual like sim underneath. So I wanted there to be like, it's not like a randomized sim that's underneath the outfit. Like, it's an actual like character that they put in the Sims team designed themselves. I'm sorry, I'm struggling over my words. And then Greg and Father Winter. So with Mother Nature and Spruce Almighty, I wanted to have my own take on dryads in The Sims 4. So I have them have this not so like drastic green skin. Like, yes, it's green, but it's much more subtle. And the same with their hair. I tried to go very subtle green, kind of like Plant Sim, but like I wanted the dryads to be a variation of Plant Sim. I don't think I have like the extended Plant Sim mod in my game from Spinning Plum Bobs, but I might add it in. I don't know. I gave both of I think I gave both of them, but definitely Mother Nature. You can see the little like leaf prints on her body. I love the way that she turned out. I also like to think that the dryads are much different to like the plant sims. The plant sims, like, just like when I do want to make like 1 or 2 plant sims, but they in my game like just wear like leaves as part of their body clothes. Like they don't wear anything else. Like, they're not human sims who turned into plants. Like, they're like actual plants in just like a sim form is the way that I think of them. So I wanted the dryads to be very different. These are their own supernatural creature. They wear semi-normal clothing, and I say semi-normal clothing because Mother Nature wears like, it's like twigs and leaves as part of, for like her outfit, and she doesn't wear like traditional shoes. But Spruce Almighty wears like like a normal-ish shirt, like a traditional shirt and pants and boots kind of a thing. I also like to think that they're what's the word that I'm thinking of? They're like if you attack them, they'll fight back kind of a thing. Like they aren't like just, all peace and love. um but yeah. You'll see me try and add like like, I think I go into every single category and try and see how much shit I can add onto this. Like, truly, don't get me wrong, I love the way she turned out. I'll say this a million times. I do love the way she turns out. I don't usually uh play with like, I don't usually dress my like occult sims very like eccentric. So like my vampires, yes, they're vampires, but they don't usually have like that Victorian dress to them. Like, unless I see a lot of people, I'll sometimes have separate outfits and have like old pictures of them in Victorian dress, but in game they do not dress like a Victorian child. So it was really neat to be able to go a little bit more on the eccentric side, especially because I had some CC already that fit. Something about like when about these CC makeovers, for especially for the occults, I am not gonna go in and go through and find extra CC. What I already have for a cult or what I find as I'm doing regular CC shopping, that is what I will use on them. But I'm not going to, you know, download 500 pieces of CC just for cults, and most of it I won't even use. I also didn't want her, like, yes, her face, like, she has very, like, sucked in like cheekbones, but I didn't want her to have like this really tiny body. Like I wanted her to have like that uh leaf outfit that I put on her. By the way, that's what I mean when I say that my plant sims like wear leaves, like, and that's it. Um, but I didn't want her to have just like this really tiny body. I don't know. It didn't fit in like the theme of Mother Nature. This is the outfit that I ended up putting on her. As you can see, like it's not conventional clothing, I should say. But no, she turns out really nice, and I think this is very much a different take on, especially because like I scrolled through Tumblr a little bit to see like what way people were going with Mother Nature, and this is very much separate from what everyone else was doing. So I'm really glad I noticed that my sim style is nowhere near like it's not something that other people have like similar. Like sometimes you'll see some creators have similar sim style. Mine, it's very much my own, and I'm very glad about that. And it's not even something that I tried to do. So also, I struggled to put like nails on both her and Spruce because obviously their natural skin tone is green, and not barely any of the nails that I have are like just a transparent undertone. Like they have like a specific color to them. So it was very difficult to put some nails on them. I also like the idea that once a dryad reaches like their young adult life state, they age like 20 times slower. Like obviously these are just normal like regular sims, so I'll have to like either disable aging. I'll probably disable aging for them. But like I like the idea of them looking very young for like a long time. I also really did like the way that Spruce turned out. I feel like he's probably one of my better looking male Sims. I mean, I don't know. So far I've done pretty good. I definitely I liked Don Lothario a lot, and I definitely liked my version of Travis, but also base game Travis was a travesty. Hilariously enough. Um, that's not the word I was thinking of. Ironically, that's the word I was thinking of. I think I liked my version of Jay Huntington as well. That one I quite enjoy. So there's been a handful of them, but I'm also only in World 2 out of God knows how many worlds. I think there's like 30 worlds in The Sims 4, like livable worlds. So we'll see how I feel by the end of it about the male Sims. I already had a crash out after Willow Creek, and then another crash out after Oasis Springs. I doubt I won't have a crash out. I'm pretty sure I'll have a crash out after every single world when it comes to the male Sims, because I just struggle with them, truly. Like, I think that's one of the main reasons I took like 2 weeks off from this save file, because I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. There's two, like, yes, usually there's more females in, like, more women than men, but there's just too many of these men popping up that I have to do. And, it's not just an everyday outfit, it's all 8 of them. you know? It'd be different if I was able to, like, I think something that would have helped a lot is if this was like a collab kind of a thing. Like, someone was helping me do these, but then also at the same time, like, I am so particular about how everything looks in my game. Like, there's fucking light switches on the walls in all of my houses. I actually have to go back through and make sure that there are light switches in all my houses, because I kind of like was like speed building and not paying attention, so I gotta double check that. But like, I'm that particular about how my game looks, so as much as it would have made it easier, it definitely would not have, I wouldn't have felt as fulfilled if it was me and someone else doing it. Also, while I have a moment, I wanted to talk about, because I wasn't sure where I wanted to put this little like bit of like talking and like what video. I spoke about it a little bit in the Mesa Springs video, but I think what I'm gonna do before I do like my rotational gameplay is I'm gonna go through every single world, obviously record them, but every single world, and at least give everyone like make over their base and then give them an everyday outfit. You know, that way, whenever, for the most part, when I see people just walking around, it's not like jump scare, you know? Like, here's my made over sim, and then there's fucking, I don't know, who's a sim I can think of? Because the first one that came to mind was Eliza Pancakes, but I already made her over, so like that doesn't work. Um, but at least that way, and like I've already placed, I think I've placed like at least 5 builds in every single world. Just because I had a bunch of builds saved to my gallery, and so I've been going through I've been going through my gallery and basically placing down all the lots that I want in my world, and then removing a bunch of tray files. So once the lot's placed down, I delete it from my gallery. And the main reason I wanted that I've been doing this is I'm trying to keep my Sims 4 folder, not just my mods folder, but my Sims 4 folder as small as possible. I used to have like 15 saves at one time, like all at one time, and while it doesn't take up a lot of space in my Sims 4 folder, it's just unnecessary. So I'm going through, removing everything um that I don't need to keep. I'm going to upload all of the tray files in CC of all the Sims and the lots to my Patreon, and also to my, like, upload them to the gallery, but then remove them from my gallery. I want to have essentially nothing saved in my my gallery. I just think it would be a lot easier to find everything. It's definitely been an issue trying to go through and find all the lots that I want to keep. Um, and like figuring out what order I'm going to place them down, if I'm going to go world by world or lot size or what. Um, so that's definitely something I've been working on, really. I've been working on it in the background while I've been editing these videos and over the past couple of weeks. 'Cause, like, my last upload was at the end of October. It is now the beginning of December. I don't know when this video is going to go up, so just as a timeline, at least I think that's when my last upload was. I'm sorry it's been so long. I've been trying. Really wanted to keep up with like once a week uploads at minimum, but it I don't even I can't even just blame it on the male sims. I think I tried to do, I think doing the whole world and at the at the pace that I was trying to do it before is what really burnt me out so quickly. Um because I should have done all the lots, because I already knew who's gonna live where. I should have done all the lots for the world prior to me even recording the makeovers. That way, by the time the makeovers were done, I could just go in and, connect storylines, give people their jobs and whatnot, and I didn't have to feel like I was rushing trying to finish the lots in the 2 weeks that it took me to do, not even that, but like basically 2 weeks to do all of the makeovers. So for the most part, I think there's 3 lots left in Oasis Springs, and the only reason that they're the only 3 lots left is because I am creating them from scratch, which are 2 apartment buildings and a mall. Everything else I'm just renovating, which I already finished renovating all the community lots. And then like all the the really small residential lots I already finished renovating. It's just like the medium and then the medium residentials and then the 2 big mansions. And then I've already done 2 lots in Newcrest. But the thing about Newcrest is I'm going to record all of the lots as I go because I'm completely building Newcrest from scratch. And because there's no, there was a bunch of households in Willow Creek, so I could record households and I didn't feel like I needed to record the lots, but because there's only gonna be like 3 households in Newcrest, I feel like just doing 3 like like create a sim videos for Newcrest is nothing. I want there to be a handful of videos. So I think I'm doing 2 to 3 lots each video depending on how big the lots are. Um the first one that I did was a playground because for the most part, other than like the top, like the very top neighborhood in Newcrest, everything else is community lots. That top neighborhood has 4 residential lots in it. Well, 3 residential lots and then like a residential rental because it's an apartment building. But I've already planned out the entirety of Newcrest. Like it's all figured out. I know exactly what I'm gonna build on each lot. It's just a matter of building them. So I already built the playground and the daycare that is owned by Ruby Brooke, who is Skip Brooke's little sister and uh Dustin's aunt. So, yeah, we've moved on. We already did Pruella, who I literally talked about other stuff during her entire like makeover. We moved on to Robin Banks. Robin, I wanted her to like if you look at her, you can tell who she is off first glance, but also like she doesn't just like dress up like as a robber like in her everyday outfit. So I gave her a black and white striped sweater and then just some jeans and stuff. But I wanted you to be able to see who she was without having to hover over her and like recognize her. That's the thing about all my Sims. I want to be able to recognize them without having to hover over them. Like if I'm, playing, if I'm at like the rec center in Willow Creek, I'll be able to see that that is Liza Pancakes just walking about without having to hover over her. Like I didn't want them to look so different. Um, but yeah, as far as the rest of the worlds, because I I think Newcrest at the beginning is going to be the only world that I build entirely myself. Obviously, Willow Creek, I have a couple of lots that I downloaded from the gallery. Oasis Springs is like 97% lots that I downloaded from the gallery. But like at some point, for some of the lots at least, I might go and rebuild my own version. Like I might build my own version of the high school, even though I already have one saved that I really, really like. So depending on if I no longer like it, then I'll build my own version. But I'm being very I'm thinking through every single lot that I place down and making sure that where it's placed down makes sense. Is it going to be used in my am I actually going to use this lot? That's another reason why I wanted to utilize residential rentals as much as possible because I can fit more Sims in and still be able to have community lots for my Sims to go to. Another example of this is I know a lot of people will put like a gym in their Willow Creek, especially because there was a gym originally. However, I have moved my gym to Newcrest because again, it's you can reach Newcrest from Willow Creek and you can also reach Newcrest from Evergreen Harbor. So I will not need to put a gym in Evergreen Harbor. So I'm taking into consideration how close each of the worlds are, how much of a drive it would be, or quote unquote drive it would be from one world to the next, and can I utilize a lot in this other world and not have to put it in the world that I'm working in, you know? Something else I've been doing is taking inspiration from Tumblr. Um, as I talk about certain Sims and who their family members are, I'm going to mention these particular Tumblr accounts. Because I don't have any of them written down right now. But like I think I mentioned one of them in my Oasis Springs video about for Nancy Landgrab. There's also like this big family tree for the Goth family. So like the Goth family and the Crumple Bottom family and uh Kringletop from what's that world? Chestnut Ridge, and the Michelson family from San Sequoia, and the Gomes family from Ravenwood. They're all connected, which I think is so neat. But the oh my god, those connections were not all originally my idea. They were from I think like two or three different Tumblr accounts that I was like, oh my god, that's such a good because like it makes sense. Like it's a far enough back connection to where it's not like these are two completely different families that would not be connected to each other. The connection fits. So I'm really excited for you guys to be able to see the family tree. I think the Goth family is the only one with like major connections to other Sims families that are like in the world. The Landgrabs, yes, they have like a going back like family tree, but it's not connected to anyone else. I've also been trying really hard to plan out at least the first five, well, for the most part, plan out the first five rotational gameplay videos. So I know I want to do three, like 3 days in each household, and then probably two households. Wait, sorry, 3 days in each household, and then one household per episode. So it's a matter of first off deciding who to start with. Because there's so many good options, especially in Willow Creek with all the different teens. And then deciding so currently it is summer in my game. That's what I set it to when I started the forever save, just as like a good like there was nothing on the first of summer in my calendar that I had set up, so it was a good starting season to then I can switch to whatever season I wanted. But then do I switch to fall at the beginning of school year, or do I switch it to winter to match the real life um season, or what do I do? Because I know I want to play them out in school, so I might start out in fall and just play out like a whole like school year with my teens. I also, since we're on Greg, I want to talk about my werewolves. I don't think I had the mod installed when I did Greg because I couldn't find the tail. And I don't think I had my overrides installed either. I downloaded a set of overrides that change the way that the werewolves' feet are, and that you can add tails to the werewolves. My werewolves will not have any sort of jewelry on, they won't have any sort of clothing on, they will just be like werewolves that stand on their hind feet. Like, I know that there's a word for it, but I can't think of the word. But, you know, just uh like I want them to look as werewolf-like as I possibly can, considering that the Sims team failed us in that regard, to say the least. Like, what even is that? Oh my god. Um, and then also another thing is, other than some mascots, so like Greg, he ages slowly, but eventually he will die. Father Winter will not die. Um, Pruella at some point will die. Mother Nature and Spruce Almighty, I'm not sure if I want to set them as immortal or just to age really slowly. I'm not sure just yet. But I want almost everyone to pass away. Like, there's gonna be some mascots that live forever, but there won't be any like regular Sims that do. I don't like the idea. I don't like. I might set up like a dealer sim. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube. I might set up a dealer sim that's like, I might do a teen one and a young adult one who live forever and who are specifically the dealers. So we'll see how that works. But we've moved on to Comet Frost or Father Winter. Um, again, to me, he's not someone who ages, so he would not have too much aging on his face. Obviously, he has some aging. Like, the man's a handful of hundreds of years old. Like, he has some aging on his face, okay? But I also gave him, like, this whitey yellow color instead of, like, the pure white. I think I think it still fits within the, like, quote-unquote Santa Claus look, but it's not, like, old man graying white, you know? I also gave him this like suit full body outfit from Lonely Boy that I really liked. I literally, when I saw it in the on Tumblr, I was like, I need to download that. Like, I literally was waiting to do Clement Frost until I found like a really good like Santa Claus outfit. Also, I gave him red instead of blue because I don't understand the blue. I'm sorry, I don't. Also, if you download my Clement Frost, all of his outfits are Santa Claus themed, including the sleepwear outfit and the hot weather wear. And so I thought that was really neat. And I don't know, I love it.